Was there too much going on for you? There's a lot in this trailer. A lot of characters, a lot of new characters, a lot of previous characters, a lot of MJ, a lot of Ned, right? I mean, that's
It does.
there's a lot of characters here.
It does make me a little nervous
Mhm.
because there is a lot going on.
Mhm.
And we've had this problem with Spider-Man before.
No.
If you think about Spider-Man 3.
How dare you?
And you could honestly a little bit make
So
the
true.
argument for Far From Home having a lot going on because
Mhm.
he's taking out, and it
Mhm.
works fine because
Yep.
it's all Mysterio behind it.
Yep.
This Peter, they're gonna run him through the ringer here,
Mhm.
which we are getting full on. If you want a depressed Peter Parker, this is gonna happen in this movie.
You're welcome.
This
Here it
boy is going to get the crap beat out of him
Mhm.
until he can't go anymore, because they are throwing every enemy at him, and it's looking like we're not going to get a lot of Peter time. Which, fine with me. I want to see Spider-Man swinging around and beating up bad guys, but you pretty much have taken away his entire
Mhm.
Peter Parker aspect
Yeah.
because of the ending of No Way Home and nobody remembering who he is. So
Yeah, how are you going to ground Peter Parker here? That's the fascinating piece. And okay, so this is a good chance to segue into the portion of the trailer where we see Peter Parker as a student going up to Professor Bruce Banner and making some introductions. Now, what the trailer isn't explicit about is Peter Parker going to Bruce Banner and being really transparent with, "Hi, I'm Spider-Man," or is he trying to play coy and keep his identity a secret? Point is, we do get Bruce Banner. Okay, so in Spider-Man lore, there are multiple science-based individuals that Peter Parker can and has interacted with and collaborated with, right? Kurt Connors, Reed Richard, the Osborns. I feel like I'm forgetting a fourth one. Who am I forgetting?
say Doc Ock.
Doc Ock. No, hadn't said Doc Ock yet. So those are the four primary individuals that spring to my mind. And so then there's Bruce Banner way, way out here, which I couldn't even actually tell you other than in Avengers team-ups when Spider-Man and Bruce Banner, or Peter Parker and Bruce Banner, have ever individually, let's say, collaborated. So I'm not saying it can't work, but it is odd to me that, hey, we're bypassing several other known individuals, and I shouldn't say known, more directly related to Spider-Man individuals. Now, Reed Richards, okay, I get it. We're doing other things right now at the Fantastic Four, so he's kind of out by default. That we haven't brought this MCU version of the Fantastic Four into the fold yet. Okay, so process of elimination, he's out. But Norman Osborn is still there. Kurt Connors is still there. Those kind of seem a little more obvious to me.
And to me, and I said this off pod, and I'll say it here, might be a hot take. I don't think it is.
I don't think it is
It
either.
should not be Bruce Banner.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that should be Kurt Connors. When you get into the biology side of things, that's Kurt Connors' realm. When you get into what they have, the rumors have been that we're getting Savage Hulk back and he's going to go on a rampage. Who does that sound more like? To me, that sounds like the Lizard.
Mm-hmm.
If we're really thinking about it, a
Uh-huh.
scientist messing around with biology,
Yep.
turns himself to a giant lizard because he's trying to get his arm back.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
That makes more sense for that direction. So it feels
Yeah.
like he's filling that void. Also, I believe Kurt Connors has ties to the Scorpion origin.
Mm-hmm.
Here, if they're going more on the technical route, maybe not as much. But that is all Kurt Connors, and he would have been the nice little linchpin here to tie this all together.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I agree with you.
I don't feel like we've gotten a strong Lizard.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would have been okay getting another version of the Lizard.
Yep.
Between you and me.
Yeah.
I don't feel like Kurt has gotten that shine like he should. But him and Peter's relationship is phenomenal in the comics and everything that I've seen those two interact in. Because Peter looks up to Kurt. So I would have adored that instead of, I feel like they're going for the bigger name here and being like, hey, Bruce Banner, we're going to do this instead.
Right.
And because everybody wants the Savage Hulk back, this is their way of doing it.
Yeah.
Because they can't do it in a Hulk movie.
Well, and good grief, it's been 12, I'm sorry, not 12. It's been 14 years since The Amazing Spider-Man with the last version of Kurt Connors came out. That's plenty of time. And if you're going to keep making movies, which, yeah, they're going to with these characters, you're going to have to repeat characters that you've already presented. You're going to have to reboot, refresh, whatever word you want to use. So I find it strange. I'm sure the rationale is, hey, we're trying to connect Peter back to the MCU that has been.
Fair.
I still don't think it's necessary. I think you accomplish that with the Punisher. Frankly, Daredevil's probably going to end up in this movie. So I think there's going to be plenty of other ways that they are going to create that connectivity. The Bruce Banner, it works in a bubble, but it doesn't work in the grander context, to your point of, hey, there's better choices out there.
It'll also be interesting, too, because in the comics, when Spider-Man gets Doctor Strange to erase everybody's memory, the Hulk remembers who Peter is. So we'll see if that is also another part of the reason of, hey, there is somebody who actually remembers who you are.
Yeah, good point.
But it's the Hulk. And I'm not going to lie to you, the last time we had the Hulk was, what, Thor Ragnarok?
Been a bit.
Infinity War?
Yeah.
Infinity War.
Barely.
So
pretty much Ragnarok.
And I don't know how much Hulk actually had interactions with Peter.
Yeah, and we also, not that long ago, got a movie with a Hulk in it fighting against a significantly less powered individual. Hello, Captain America, Brave New World.
Oh, yeah. That just got done rampaging.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about it that
So-
way either.
Anyway, it's not going to subtract from my enthusiasm to see this movie. I think here's my expectation at this point. I think it's going to be really enjoyable. As long as Tom Holland is in the suit, he's been tremendous. And Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield were each excellent in their own right. Tom, I think, continues to grow into a stronger and stronger representation of Peter Parker. So I'm excited still to see this grounded version of the character. I am. I think it's going to be a delight. I think the action sequences with the Spider-Man movie are almost always great. What the rest of the movie turns into, that is an open question in terms of how strong is the story, how strong is the character development. To be determined, but I do think the character development, I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt after trailer number 1 that it's going to be solid, because one of the most important elements of character development is you have to put whatever character you're seeking to grow, you're seeking to change, you have to put him through the grinder. And we're already there. That work has already been done. The grinding has happened, and we're still, in a very real sense, in the midst of that grinding process. So I think we're going to get some continued character development with Peter Parker. I think we're going to get some great action sequences. The yet unknown that will determine, hey, is this a great movie or is this that was a lot, positively and negatively, is going to depend on how well they balance this glut of characters. Because to your point, we've seen this movie before of, okay, that was too much. Too many people. Too many ingredients in the recipe. So we'll see. But it's great to have a trailer. Isn't that fun?
And a good one.
And a good one at that.
A lot of questions.
Yeah, not a 90-second trailer, like a solid 2.5 minute. That was great.
Yeah.
That was great.